Hello, and welcome to the session that shows you how to increase agility and reduce costs with VMware as a service. Or, as I like to say, what's this new hot VMware on Google Cloud thing that everyone's talking about? Hi, I'm Manoj, and I lead the Google Cloud VMware Engine product team. And I'm co presenting with Sai, who will join us later after my section of the talk is over. So we learned today how Google Cloud VMware Engine finally makes it super easy for you to go from your VMware deployments on-prem to Google Cloud. We'll also learn what the service is all about, as well as some key advantages and use cases. And then we'll show you how to get started with the service with some cool demos along the way. So, what's the problem statement? So let's face it, on prem infrastructure can be a challenge. It constrains IT staff because they have to do laborious tasks related to infrastructure procurement and maintenance and be reactive to business needs with long lead times. But it also means that they're using legacy systems that are not adding value to the business other than keeping the lights on, and therefore they can't scale with ease. They're locked into what they have on premises and are forced to pay, to pay for over provisioning and forced to provision for peak usage. So how do we solve this problem? Google Cloud has created a service called VMware Engine, which solves the problem, and it really gives you a fast forward button to your journey to the cloud. It's the fastest way to migrate your apps from VMware to the cloud. You get the platform you know and love with all the familiar interfaces in the VMware platform, such as vCenter. And the service is sold on the basis of hyperconverged nodes, which includes the service, the software licensing, the storage, compute, networking, and all infrastructure you need to run VMware natively on Google Cloud. The solution is sold by Google and is supported directly by Google, but it has been built with the cooperation of VMware, and VMware fully certifies this offering. And you can consume VMware basically in a fully automated, self service manner, just like you consume any other cloud service. And by getting all the service needs from one company, you simplify the way you consume VMware in the cloud. I want to highlight that we have a really strong partnership with VMware to make Google Cloud VMware Engine happen. And the partnership is not just at the technology and engineering level. Our collaboration extends far beyond that to ensure that our customers have a smooth experience with the service. To find out more, I encourage you to check out the sessions and the customer conversations at VMware's marquee event that just happened, VMworld 2021. You can also check out the blog post. The link is indicated on the slide. And a lot of the VMworld infrastructure, I want to note, is actually, the user labs and a lot of the hands-on experience for customers at VMworld 2021, in fact, was hosted on Google Cloud VMware Engine. So we are very happy and proud about that. So what we did to find out whether the service adds value, we surveyed a lot of IT and application leader owners, and and we found that the service delivers. We found that the service is really able to meet the goals of the cloud transformation journey that we talked about. First, we find that the customers are able to provision VMware quickly and in minutes in Google Cloud and get to the time to value to be really low. You can run next to a wide variety of data, AI, and infrastructure services in Google Cloud that Google Cloud is known and loved for. You get extremely reliable, high performance, highly redundant infrastructure to ensure that you have a no compromises enterprise experience. It's super important. And the best part is that you'll be able to save money while you're doing all of this by leveraging the cloud economies of scale and the pay as you go flexibility that you get in the cloud. So when we were designing the service, we had a certain mission and a vision in mind. And that was really what we call cloud native VMware. And cloud native VMware means three very specific things. First, it means that it's a cloud optimized VMware experience, meaning that customers can consume VMware as simply as any other cloud service and take advantage of the elasticity of scale that I talked about, and the scale on demand model. And you can do so much faster than any other way in getting your VMware infrastructure to the cloud. We simplify the use of VMware services through unified identities, access control, and support. And a customer, Carrefour, has moved to a self-service and scale-on-demand model on their VMware consumption with the service, and have done so much faster than was ever possible before for them in the cloud. The second part of what cloud native VMware means is a cloud integrated VMware experience. And what this means is you can transform business applications with simplified integrations of Google Cloud services like Cloud Operations, BigQuery, and Anthos. And so you can respond to business needs more quickly in a more agile fashion with these services. A large telco provider has streamlined their operations management, the monitoring and logging, coming from both VMware as well as the rest of the cloud consumption into a single pane of glass with the cloud operations integrations we have with VMware. And third part of the cloud native VMware is the familiar third party applications that you consume on prem as well as in the cloud. What that means is you can extend your ecosystem of third party apps and services that are critical to your business for your various needs, such as desktop and backup and DR. And we've partnered with solution providers and third-party application developers such as Veeam, Rubrik, and Cohesity. And we've also partnered to solve the storage infrastructure problem with NetApp to provide storage solutions for VMware. So that's how we bring this mission to life with these three elements of cloud optimized, cloud integrated, and ecosystem enabled. So one of the surprising aspects of adopting a VMware Engine is that customers, in fact, save quite a bit compared to both running on-premises and choosing other options in the cloud. And you must have seen these kinds of studies many times that they show that they save through over a 3-year window, but then you find that the cost of initial adoption is high, and that's not the case with our service. Let me level with you. If you're going to the cloud anyway and you're coming from VMware, there's no better place than Google Cloud VMware Engine because the platform is the same as what you consume on prem. And with the oversubscription capabilities of the VMware platform, you get very high density and lower cost per VM. And what better way to understand this value than to hear a testimonial directly from the customer? So let's take a look at a video that gives you a good idea of how Mitel is getting the best of both worlds, running the VMware platform they know and love on Google Cloud.
Mitel is a modern communications company leveraging state-of-the-art technology with offices throughout the world. Our challenges really netted out to the 4 S's: stability, SLA, security, and scale. Google Cloud VMware Engine is really solving the stability and the reliability platform issue. With that, we're able to move out of about 15 data centers, which gets us closer to our data center decommission objective. The benefit going forward in the Google Cloud is now we can look at different deployment options as we grow.
What a great video. And let me give you just a little more perspective. I was, in fact, involved in the Mitel experience, and they moved thousands of VMs, most of which happened on just a couple of weekends. And they're running a telephony application with voice and video needs, and they needed low latency and really high throughput. And with the VMware Engine's fully allocated networking, fully dedicated networking, they were able to get sustained performance and not have to worry about multi-tenancy or any other customer stepping on their toes. And And then they so that's how they truly got to this best of both worlds experience, and got from the VMware environment that they truly love to Google Cloud that they have come to now know and love as well. And with that, I'll hand the baton to my colleague Sai, who will walk us through the differentiation and the use cases and give you more examples of the goodness coming from the service and how you can truly supercharge your journey to the cloud. So over to you, Sai.
Thank you, Manoj. I'm Sai, and I'm a product manager with Google Cloud. Let's get right into it. With Google Cloud VMware Engine, you're able to migrate to Google Cloud without changes to your applications. You use the same tools and processes, and your staff can hit the ground running. From an experience standpoint, there is a single vendor, Google, which means that for your purchasing, support, and service needs, Google is there for you. Further, given that this is a Google managed service, you do not have to manage the lifecycle of your VMware infrastructure. Google does that for you so you can focus on your apps. With our differentiated networking, you can truly leverage some of the native capabilities that allow your apps and environments to be global. With unified management, unified access control, and access to the same third party tooling that you have built and invested in, day two ops becomes simple. You can run both VMs and containers on Google Cloud VMware Engine, and this is extremely useful for high performance applications where locality and running on dedicated infrastructure is important. Further, high bandwidth, low latency private access to co located Google services reduces the amount of work required to modernize applications. Let us look at some of the key use cases of Google Cloud VMware Engine. Customers that want to migrate their entire data centers to the cloud due to events such as data center exits, mergers, acquisitions, or those that just want to extend their data center to add capacity in the cloud can invest in Google Cloud VMware Engine. It is completely consistent with the on premises environment. We simplify the networking and provide the service globally. This also applies to customers who are looking to support high performance applications in isolated compute environments and also apps and OSs that are incompatible with other infrastructure platforms. For those that are looking to develop a cloud based DR strategy due to events such as upcoming audits, protecting against ransomware, protecting tier 2, tier 3 apps, or geographic risk diversification, can also look towards Google Cloud VMware Engine given our low cost DR solutions and support for a wide ecosystem of tools. For customers looking to support distributed desktop infrastructures in multiple geographies, or those that have upcoming software licensing renewals, or that are looking to address seasonality or support with more end users at scale, say for their work from anywhere initiatives, our service offers support for both industry leading VDI solutions with VMware Horizon as well as Citrix. Finally, for those customers who are looking to unlock the value of Google services for their applications and infrastructure, Google Cloud VMware Engine offers a path towards where you can move your applications rapidly to the cloud and then modernize over time. We are now available in 12 regions worldwide with the latest edition of Mumbai. While we have 4 nines of SLA in a single zone in each of these locations, in other cloud contexts, this might not be possible. There are customers who want even more availability, and for them, we have additional zones coming up. Please speak to your Google Cloud sales representative or your customer engineer if you have requirements for a particular region that is not shown over here. Google Cloud VMware Engine is HIPAA compliant, and other key industry certifications are being worked upon. These include ISO, PCI DSS, and SOC. Now, Google Cloud VMware Engine truly delivers a global, highly performant, enterprise friendly, flexible networking experience. With simplified regional and global routing modes, you have one global network with no necessity to create regional network designs and connect them. This greatly simplifies and reduces the cost and complexity to have more than one point of presence in the cloud. You can architect and connect different parts of your environment easily across projects and across regions with capabilities such as multi VPC and multi region networking. With a fully redundant 100 Gbps east west networking with no oversubscription, as well as a superior low latent packet rate performance, our architecture really helps customers who have applications that are latency sensitive or have high performance networking requirements, such as voice over IP applications and other end user workloads, as you've heard from our customer testimony. Finally, with Google Cloud VMware Engine, your current networking vendor solutions can be brought to the cloud. We offer flexible public ingress and egress options with support for three different ways for workloads to get access to the internet via the Google Cloud VMware Engine Edge, the Google Cloud Edge, or your own corporate DMZ. We also have built in integration with Cloud DNS, and you can also bring your own corporate DNS. We are an enterprise ready platform that scales and supports for your enterprise workloads. With up to 64 node private clouds running on highly performant and scalable Google Cloud infrastructure, dynamic resource management with auto scaling enabled, we also provide a fully dedicated single tenant high performance node with all NVMe storage and with rich GCP networking and full functionality of NSXT with access to NSXT Manager. With 99.99 SLA in a single zone with 5 to 32 nodes in a cluster, you have the high availability that is required by some of your mission critical applications. In addition, we also support rich VDI environments with large scale VMware Horizon architectures supported, as well as the ability to extend and migrate VMware based Citrix VDI workloads is fully validated by Citrix. One of the questions we often get is, can I bring my VMware, just my VMware environment, or everything I consume on it? How can I make my VMware environment and consumption better in the cloud? The answer is, we offer a fully compatible VMware experience so you can bring your existing tools and processes as is. Whether it is your VMware tools or your third party tools that support VMware, as well as our own marketplace services. In addition, you can take advantage of Google Cloud Services, whether it is optimizing VMware data protection using cloud storage, a zero footprint DR solution with ActiveFio, building hybrid high performance and availability architectures for your databases, modernizing your applications using containers and Kubernetes, centralizing and modernizing your operations management, or enriching your apps with data analytics and more. In the next segment, we will look at a couple of these examples. Now, as you consume VMware in the cloud, you want to ensure that you avoid switching between screens for operations management. For example, if you have a performance problem, you want to be able to troubleshoot all aspects of the application dependencies in one place rather than go to different systems to solve part of the problem. While the VMware Engine service fully supports existing VMware monitoring and logging tools without changes, as you start to develop more hybrid applications that partially live outside of the VMware Engine environment, getting all operations data in one place will be important. To solve this, you can use Google Cloud's operations service, formerly Stackdriver. You collect metrics, logs, and traces across VMware Engine and other Google Cloud services. You can use built-in out-of-the-box dashboards and views to monitor platform as well as the applications and query and analyze these signals as well. You can see the information from the VMware infrastructure as well as the VM guests and application. As far as the VMware infrastructure goes, you can see the vCenter, the ESXi, do log analysis. This does not require any agent installation. Metrics such as VM CPU, disk, and network usage are all available. For VM guests and applications, you can use open source agents to collect additional logs and metrics. So if you want to troubleshoot any application or gain insight into the optimization or usage, you can do it all in one place. As for the second example, we will look at a demo of how we integrate BigQuery with workloads running in Google Cloud VMware Engine to unlock the value of data and analytics for our customers.
The fraudulent charges dataset is in a MySQL database running on-premises in a VM. We have taken that data and migrated the VM to Google Cloud VMware Engine using HCX. Now we can access the data with Google Cloud Services. To move the data into Google Cloud, we replicate the data into a Cloud SQL instance using the Google Database Migration Service. We can then write a simple SQL script to show the zip codes with the most amount of credit card fraud. As you can see, Google BigQuery transforms that data to appear as a visual map. Let's take a deeper look into the data from a global view first. Now we would like to see, on a zip code basis, which part of the United States shows the highest incident of credit card fraud. Here you can see that this zip code has an unusually higher incident of credit card fraud.
Now, how do you get started? Now, moving to the cloud can bring up concerns about how to rationalize existing license investments that you may have made on premises. Now, we are introducing this program called the Catalyst program, which provides Google Cloud VMware Engine users financial flexibility to accelerate their journey to Google Cloud. Eligible customers can now get one-time Google Cloud credits that offset unused VMware licensing investments. You can apply these credits against the consumption of Google Cloud VMware Engine as well as any other Google Cloud service of your choice the following year. This is a consumption based program, and this program is available directly through Google Cloud or through existing Google Cloud channel partners that you work with. Terms and conditions apply. So if you're interested, please do contact your Google Cloud sales representative or your partner service manager for more details. In addition, with the planned capability of a single node private cloud, you can experience this service with a single node for non production quick proof of concepts. Note that the single node private cloud will remain live for 30 days, after which it will expire or reset. During this period, you could upgrade to a full production cluster with all your data as well. So, what are you waiting for? As next steps, there are a few resources that you can take advantage of.
Google Cloud VMware Engine comes in a hyper-converged form factor with all compute and storage included with the node. However, there are cases when you need additional storage for capacity-hungry scenarios, such as large-scale databases, media, electronic design automation, data warehousing, or large-scale analytics. You also need to lower cost in DR scenarios so you can protect your mission-critical data without overhead. To solve for such needs, we are now announcing today support for NetApp Cloud Volumes in preview. If you think that this is going to be useful for you, I encourage you to contact your Google representative to find out how you can participate in the preview.
Contact your Google team for a Google Cloud VMware Engine demo. You can also conduct a free assessment with Google Cloud or with our partners, as well as schedule a half-day workshop with your Google Cloud team to go over the results of that assessment. This brings us to the end of this presentation. Thank you so much for watching.